kale salads. I did over
There's a kale.
It's so good. All right, welcome into Dishing It with Joe. I'm here with Simon. Simon Lusky, of course, a personal chef for the St. Louis Blues, and he also cooks for a couple of the golfers along the way as well. So first of all, tell us about a couple of your spots around town.
Man, we're really close everywhere that ends in wood. Kirkwood, of course, where you're from.
Yeah.
Then we have Brentwood, Maplewood as well, too. So kind of all in that area right there, and we love all those neighborhoods.
First of all, we got to thank our good friends at Schnucks. As you can see, all our ingredients provided by them. Well, all right, Simon, so now, this is what my wife sent me on assignment. The salad, her favorite salad across St. Louis. Whenever I'm kind of going through Kirkwood on the way home, get that kale salad from Revel. Now, it's called Don't Kale It a Comeback Salad, which we're going to get into in a second. Yep. But what's the first thing we got to do?
We got to get the chicken going. So we're going to grab this, and you can notice how I have 2 cutting boards. It's always good to have a cutting board that never touches raw meat. Go get me a sword here from my collection.
This is a big bag. What do you got here?
Yep, got a couple knives in there.
You've had this for some time.
Oh yeah, that's also seen some things.
This has seen some things. Okay,
Yeah.
so roll it out. Like choose your weapon, huh?
Yeah.
Look at this. This is amazing. This one here?
Whatever one you want. We'll make it work.
There we go. Wow, look at this.
The Fury, huh?
It's got good balance. The
Yeah.
Fury is right. Okay.
That's my workhorse.
This is your workhorse. Well, we're going to use the Fury today.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to use the plastic on
Yeah,
it.
we don't
So
want
I'm
that
gonna
one
swap
on there,
you.
yeah.
I'm going to move you over
You're
here.
good. We got these little odd pieces, so you can kind of see, that's what's nice about a lot of chicken and just animals, they kind of give you lines, right? You can see where things separate. So we just want to get these little fat pieces off here, and if you like, you can save these pieces. For sure, they make, if you have animals, they make great pet food. Cook it up. And you can kind of see here, we just want everything to cook nice and evenly.
Okay.
We just want to get away any of those pieces. All we've done here is butterfly the chicken. We're just trying to get
So you want consistency across the board. Anything thick, you got to cut in half. Anything thin, you got to discard.
Yes.
Okay.
So, really simple, right? Chicken breast. How hard could it be? The number one thing people just mess up from here is they just want to go and cook it and they want to rush it. You will be amazed what 30 minutes of salt contact on a piece of protein will do. So actually for all the Blues games meals, they eat the same lunch every single time. And one of the things on there is chicken breast and salmon. They are like, man, this is the best salmon. What do you do? I'm like, I just put salt on it the day before. That's it. So I just put salt on the salmon, and if I were to put a camera on it and do a slow-mo, you would see the water rise out and then drip off. So that's how you get it crunchy on the outside and moist on the inside. But we don't have to go, you know, a full overnight. 30 minutes is even suggested. So all I want to do is just take that chicken, throw it in a bowl, and then I'm just going to throw a little bit of some oil in here. So when I'm cooking something at a hot temperature, I love olive oil. I love the taste of it. But olive oil has a high smoke point. So if I'm going to be pan searing it, it's going to be hot. We at the restaurant, we have cooking oil and we have flavor oil. Olive oil is a flavor oil. Dressings, you know, finishing things. That's where we use olive oil. When we're cooking, we use high oleic sunflower oil.
Sunflower oil.
Higher smoke point, marinating, making things like that.
Because the olive oil, I would have meant with the heat, it just kills off the flavor anyway.
Exactly.
And it's expensive.
And you get the smoke, and then so it adds another flavor that you don't want. And there's also a health thing there too. So now you're going to introduce some biomarkers that weren't there before, which actually can be inflammatory, which is not good for you.
Biomarkers.
So it sounds really crazy, right? Just the oil choice, and when we're doing it, we're being healthier.
You're just using big words.
Right? I know.
Biomarkers is even a word.
I know. I'm trying to get that, that degree I got.
You're trying to sound
ounce.
a lot smarter than you are. Biomarkers is not a word. Okay, so we're regular frying oil, which is, you said,
high oleic sunflower, not regular, but
sunflower oil.
yes, another
and then you're gonna
Schnucks
salt
product.
the heck out of that thing.
Yeah,
You're gonna get in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get in there. Okay.
I mean, we're cooking for athletes.
We're cooking for athletes. Salt's important. Electrolytes.
Salt's very important.
All that. Gotcha. Okay.
Anyone that knows me knows I'm not shy with salt.
So your best advice for chicken, anything, if you
Any
can do one
protein.
thing, is just to salt it at least 30 minutes before, but even overnight.
Overnight's great if you know
Okay.
you're gonna do it. So we're just
We're
gonna
not
take
talking a
that.
wet brine. This is like kind of like what you call a dry brine.
We just want to get it in there. So for chicken, I actually like to keep it in a container. You can throw it just like this in a Ziploc bag, good to go. So induction usually has a scale of 1 to 10. We're gonna be pan searing. Let's maybe put that to like 7 or so.
So maybe at home for a gas burner, you're thinking like a medium high.
Yeah, medium high.
Medium high, okay.
Number one mistake people make at home.
They don't let their pan heat up long
They don't
enough.
let the, so we've been sitting here talking and we've had it on. We're gonna wanna put a little nonstick spray. We're gonna put a little bit of our oil so you can see
No,
the,
why both? I don't
see the
understand.
smoke, right?
What's going on with the both? Why the pan and the oil?
I like both. That's
like
just
both?
because, especially for chicken breast, because chicken breast is very, very lean. So you can see our pan is hot, right? It's
Sizzling.
dancing in there.
You can hear it.
Sizzling, right? So
dancing.
because it's very lean, we want to go ahead and add a little fat to that pan.
Okay.
You want to do the honors? You want to throw her in the pan?
Sounds good. Your tongs, okay?
So Joe, do you know what the presentation side is in a chicken?
Yes, the presentation side is the shiny side up top.
Good job.
And you always want to throw that down first.
Yeah, exactly.
Biodome.
This guy knows.
Biodome? Was it bio what?
Biomark.
Biomark. It's Biomark.
But Biodome.
It's math.
I
It's my
mean,
life.
Pauly
Okay.
Shore, great movie.
Yes, right.
We're gonna hear.
Now you want to hear a that's how you know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Look at that.
All right, that's the sound of love.
So you
We
want
call
some more
that
big
the sound of
words?
Love.
You know what that sound actually is?
Sear.
Maillard reaction.
Maillard reaction.
That was the scientist who discovered that when sugars or carbohydrates reach a certain temperature, they turn brown.
Okay.
So we want a little nice Maillard reaction.
I don't want to overcrowd the pan.
Yeah, we're just
right.
gonna cook a couple here.
Two here, perfect. So the Maillard colloction is happening right now.
Joe, you didn't know you were getting a little science class here today, huh?
All right, so the idea is for chicken to then, I would imagine, one side, let her go.
Yep.
Flip it, other side, we're not doing the flip, flop, flip, flop.
If you want even browning, whether it's a steak, a piece of chicken, you actually want to move it, right? So wait to the point that you got your chicken's able to move. Let's go a little higher here, and you want to actually move it around in the pan.
Okay.
And that's how you're going to get a little bit more even cooking there for that nice Maillard reaction.
All right, so now how do we know when to flip this bird?
So it usually takes, I like to say, 3 to 4 minutes each side.
And it's chicken like steak where when it's done, let it rest type of deal?
Any protein.
Any protein.
Never want to just cut right into it.
What's the time limit? What are we thinking?
At least 10 minutes.
At least 10. Okay.
At least 10.
Okay.
Lock those juices in. That's definitely what you want to do. All right, so we got our chicken resting.
Chicken's rested.
We're gonna have a little snack while we wait. So now the most important thing. I love showing people this recipe. You're seeing I like simple things. I just like executing simple things well. We got a couple eggs here from Schnucks. We're gonna go ahead and dump that back in our food processor. We have a couple garlic cloves we're gonna add to this.
You took out the little white squigglies.
The little squigglies are gone.
The little squigglies.
So I like to add 6 garlic cloves here.
Okay.
So we're actually gonna give this a quick little blend by itself before we add our next ingredient, which is gonna be the magic maker. So we're just gonna break up this garlic, and actually what we wanna do is we just wanna warm up the egg yolk, because what we're gonna do next is called emulsify. So we're gonna emulsify this egg yolk with some oil. And so we just wanna warm it up a little bit, break it apart, get that garlic flavor going.
I've
So,
done this with
simple.
Eggs Benedict.
Yes.
Disaster.
Disaster.
Separated, oily mess.
That's not the beginner's course.
Okay.
This is the beginner's course. And
Okay.
what I love about this recipe, it's so easy. 1 egg, 1 cup of oil. If you can remember that, you can make aioli.
Okay.
So that's what we're making.
And the oil, is that vegetable or is it the sunflower seed?
So for this one, I actually, even though this is cold, I don't like olive oil because we're using a hefty amount. We have 2 cups of olive oil here for 2 eggs, 1 cup.
It's expensive.
Not expensive, flavor.
Flavor.
It's so intense. You know, it's like, it's very, very intense flavor. Have you ever done an olive oil tasting? It's incredible. It's like wine.
Oh, it's like lemony or grassy.
Yeah.
There's something, there's body to it.
Oh, it's a lot, you know, so we want to have something that's a little bit more neutral. Could work too.
So with the 2 eggs, I would imagine this is 2 cups.
2 cups. If you're in the industry, you know, these are the best containers ever, deli containers.
Because they're 2 cups.
Well, so they scale. The small ones are 1 cup, these ones are 2, and the big ones are 4.
Okay.
So now you see that I'm not just dumping it in there, right? I am slowly, nice, even pace here. You can get a little fancy and go higher.
Oh, thick, boy.
Magic,
Look at
right?
that.
3 ingredients.
That's it?
Simple.
You're lying.
What
This
was
isn't
that?
one of those things where like, oh, I'm gonna tell everyone how to make my most famous salad. And you're like, I guararantee you're taking like 4 things out.
Now you're like, he's been charging me for this.
yeah. Or like, we're gonna go home and make it, and we're like, this is not the same thing, Simon. What
I
are we
know.
missing here? But you're
That's
saying it. I try.
See it, right? It's thick, right? It thickened up the magic. So you can do so many things with this. You can puree other things in there for more flavor. So now we're just gonna season it up a hair. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper in here because gotta have salt, right? You know, I like my salt. The athletes like their salt. And then I just have a little bit of white wine vinegar here. So a little acidity, about a tablespoon in there, not much. And now we're just gonna give that one little buzz.
Okay, here we go.
Quick
That's
little
it.
buzz, that's it.
Get it
Our
mixed.
sauce is ready.
Man, that looks good.
Just the consistency so we can see. Holds, we call that in culinary school, nappe.
Nappe.
It holds the back of a spoon, right? So that's the test of a good sauce. So we can see it's holding the back, right?
That's it.
Most important part about the kale salad, kale.
It's the kale. Now we just chop it and chuck it in, right?
No, you know that.
Of course not.
Can't. We got to do everything right.
Because kale, when I eat kale, it's crunchy. It's like,
yes.
like I got to work through it.
So I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks here
Okay.
that we're going to make that a little bit easier. We got a nice, beautiful bunch of kale from Schnucks here. We don't want to put that one on that board.
Okay.
Remember? And then, thing is, so sometimes if you don't clean kale, there can be sand stuck in it. So we're actually going to want to go over to our sink here.
Okay.
And we're going to want to wash it really well.
Okay.
Once we would wash our kale, we'll take it back to our board. Now, Joe, I want you to go pick another knife for me, a good one for chopping.
A good one for chopping.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of show you, and I'm gonna let you do some work here. I'll put you
All
to
right.
work, let you earn your lunch
Ooh.
here. So now that we've got it right, we washed it off, it's clean, it's dry, it's good. So you can see, right, we have this big, thick stem here. We don't wanna eat that, so some people, right, they like to take it totally off here, right? So we wanna take that. So you could always save this. You could juice it up.
Juiced up.
We happen to have a kale juice on the menu.
Okay.
So we don't let these little bits go to waste. It's okay, so there's little parts up here where it's still there. Those are tender. So this is a term, have you ever heard it? It's called like chiffonading.
Chiffonade. Yeah, of course. Of course
Yeah.
I heard chiffonade. Yeah.
So we want to go for like, not a fine chiffonade, thick, I'd say.
a thick chiffonade.
Thick, right?
When I go home, I say, honey, I've got a thick chiffonade in my kale. I can't
Yep.
help with the babies right now.
Exactly.
I can't help at bedtime. I'm thick chiffonading the kale.
I'm thick chiffonading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't kale it a comeback salad.
Yes.
Where the heck did that name come from?
Man, this might be one of my favorite stories. So 2019, everybody remembers that year for the
Yes.
Blues. We are currently in last place. I
remember
not
that.
where we want to be. And this was a salad, this kale salad. I used to always make it for the guys. I'd bring it in. They loved it. Been doing it for years before that was a staple. But I never had it on the menu at Revel. And so Shenner one day comes in. He's like, hey, you'd always order at the restaurant. Why can't I order this kale salad at your restaurant? I was like, I don't know. I just always kind of made it for you guys. And he's like, put it on the menu. And I was like, all right, I can do that, man. And he goes, and I go, well, what are we gonna name it? And he goes, we're gonna name it Don't Kale It a Comeback, because we're gonna come back and we're gonna win the Stanley Cup this year.
There you go.
He called it, he's the prophet, he gets all the credit. I'm not giving him any royalties.
I was gonna say,
Maybe I might have to after this.
That was the next question.
But-
Well, I think he's coming after you.
yeah, I know, that's not a guy you want coming after
Oh,
you.
that's a
but
great story. We got our kale.
got our kale.
All right. Next step, chef.
So, we are gonna need some fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
We got our knife there.
Yep.
So when I travel, there's like, I walk into a kitchen for the first time and I can tell if somebody like has a good kitchen setup and really appreciates cooking and knowing what they're doing by the few simple tools they have.
And this is one.
This is one. Gotta have a lemon squeezer.
Got it, because it's hard. It's annoying.
You don't want the seeds in there. Like, you will buy this $5 thing and you'll thank me because you'll use it a million times. And, you know, it would have been good for Bernie when he was making his margarita.
That's true.
Right.
I'm gonna tell Bernie about it.
Right.
I'm gonna tell him that you didn't like the way he made his margaritas.
No, I like this. It's just, you know, his 2 shots in there. It was a little nice
You know,
pour, the house pour.
I know a couple of tricks. You've probably never seen this before, but when you roll the lemon, it really lets out the juices. You probably never heard that.
Yep,
So
never heard it. Thank you, Joe.
I'm teaching you today. So cut it right in half.
Yep, cut it right in
Cut it
half.
in half. Your knives are sharp too. I like that. Okay. Now I have one of these at home.
Yeah.
I spent years putting it in
Oh,
like that.
damn.
I know. No good.
Come on.
No good.
Come on.
That's not good, right?
That's not good.
So, but it looks like the shape.
No.
It should do that.
No.
But it would just
Yeah.
go,
Yeah, right in your eye. And you're like,
It would pop me right in the eye.
so don't do that, guys, or you will not like me.
So there we go. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Yep.
And then right in.
Right in.
Right in, okay.
So this is a key step that we do first, because we were talking about it earlier. The kale, you're like munching on it, like it's hard to do.
Yes.
So we're gonna take the juice of 1 lemon here, and now we're just gonna wanna like massage that in and break up that kale.
Gotcha.
So that's the key thing. Let's just go ahead.
We're twisting.
Yeah, and really, right? Like,
You're
don't be
getting in there.
afraid.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
if you got
yeah.
a little anger, let's let it out, right?
Ow, man.
I know you've gripped a few guys in your life, you know,
I
you've
got
grabbed a
good
couple
grip
jerseys,
strength. This feels good.
right?
This is like hitting a punching bag.
This is getting your little pump in right here.
Man, I don't even know to go to the gym anymore.
Maybe we should have had you wear a cutoff today.
I should.
That looks good. But you can already see the color difference.
changed.
It's totally transformed the kale,
It's like green and
right?
bright.
It's like
Oh, that's
just
the
that
lemon
one
juice?
lemon juice
Wow, okay.
and that gun show right there.
The gun show.
Yeah.
Holy, buddy.
Yeah, look at those
Thank
guys.
Yep. All right.
Right
Let
there.
me get my confidence up.
I know.
Feeling good. I feel like I'm blushing. Am I blushing? I think I'm blushing. Okay.
Just a little bit, sorry.
Here we go.
So now that we made our aioli,
Yep.
we got a little squirt bottle here.
Okay.
So that's the sauce.
These are nice.
We
This
made
is
it.
another
Yes.
tool.
Another
right?
tool. That's another one, yeah.
Olive oil, anything like.
Always nice having a little 12-pack of plastic squirt bottles around the house. Another pro move.
Yeah.
The other third things is good cutting board, good knife, and the first thing I always look for, do you have a nice salt container? You know, do I not see salt on your, out on your, where you cook? Like I can already tell, oof, this is rough.
This is bad.
Yeah, you gotta have salt out. Salt is the number one thing.
Someone taught me once that you should always salt with your hand. Always
Yes.
pick up salt because you're actually connecting
Yes.
what you're seeing, and then later when you eat it, okay, I connected that with how much I put, how salty this food is, and it will actually help you salt in the future. Is that
Absolutely,
accurate?
yeah.
Versus just
Very
a shaker.
cerebral. Like
Very
you
cerebral.
want
Cerebral.
to yes.
Gosh, you got a good vocabulary.
I know.
I am so dumb.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna grab some crushed red pepper here.
See, that's the spice. That's the kick.
We got some really nice, this one's actually from the Schnucks market, the Pecorino Romano, not Parmesan. I know,
Oh.
I know.
You got a problem with some Parmesan or what?
I love the Parmesan, but in this one, I just like the taste of the Pecorino a little better. You know, that's just me. We got our
All right,
lemon
my
juice in
ancestors
there.
are rolling around in their grave right now, but I'll allow it just today.
So I've got some Schnucks cornflake crumbs here that I used, again, my handy dandy food processor, and I just kind of made them a little finer there, kind of like a breadcrumb. You can keep them in the pantry. I like them for little crunches and salads. You can use them even like to coat your chicken, like, if you want a little crunchy chicken, so that's a nice little thing I
Why
like
is
to
it just
have in
different
there.
than, why do you do that instead of breadcrumb? I don't understand.
I just like the crunch of it, and we're very allergy friendly at our restaurant. So we like to try to have as many gluten-free things as possible.
Okay.
So if you had a gluten allergy, you could come in, eat this salad.
Cool.
No problem at all. Easy peasy. So we're gonna add the aioli to there if you want to go ahead.
Always could add more.
Yep. So I always like to say about 2 tablespoons, probably a good start there.
Okay.
Looks good.
Back with this glove. Mm-hmm. I get some of these gloves. We use these for the dogs in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
We don't use them for Kale. Kind of the same thing though. Okay.
Looks good.
Okay, is that pretty good?
Yeah. So we gave it a nice massage already. Maybe
Yeah.
not nice, but we gave it a massage.
was
Yeah.
aggressive.
I don't know if we can call it that, but.
I mean, I'm feeling it right now. Okay.
So we gave it that, and then it's just about ready to go. We just want to toss in our chicken.
Okay.
So we had our chicken that we cooked from earlier. We had
Right.
rested up.
She's rested. She's chopped.
So now we're gonna put in about a tablespoon of the Pecorino Romano. Sorry,
Okay.
Parmesan.
That's okay. That's okay.
I feel like it's trendy now,
That's
the
okay.
Pecorino.
Yeah, that's okay. Here we go.
We got our Schnucks cornflake crumbs here.
Okay. Now this is all eyeballing. We're not.
I'd say about a tablespoon.
Okay, but it's all like you like a little extra breadcrumb?
Exactly.
Like a little extra breadcrumb. You want to fight about it?
Yeah.
A little more. Okay, got it. But this you got to be careful with.
This, you gotta be careful. So this crushed red pepper, I can't use in the Blues locker room.
Why?
You know, the hockey guys, they don't like spicy.
They don't like spicy?
Up north, they're
Really?
not cut out like us. They
Okay.
totally win.
So we can add it, but you're not gonna add it to the Blues guys.
No, so
Okay.
just a little, I love this little spice, the Italians, a little touch of
it's
crushed
great.
red pepper in there.
So we got really nice balance. Mm-hmm. We're gonna plate it up. Mm-hmm. Right here. Mm-hmm. Like a nice little mound. Look at that.
And then, so I always like the nice little finishing touch, and this really adds, I think a nice visual, is just a little bit more, and you can see how it just lays on there like snow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's snowing, lays.
And you and me, we
Yeah.
like the spice.
Oh,
So we're going up top with more.
Attaboy.
We're going up top with more.
And then I like this because it just adds that little contrast. Just a little bit of crunch on top. Same thing. All right.
Okay. I make kale salads. They don't look like this.
They look like that.
They kind of.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Chef, moment of truth.
Yeah. Cheers. Let's
Have
get in
the
there.
honors.
Nice bite. How tender is the kale?
It's so good.
Right?
It hits everything you need. Mm-hmm. You got that kind of like the heat. You got the acid. You
Everything.
got the crunch. You got the salt.
I love the crunch, the
gonna
subtle
have
crunch.
I'm gonna have
Way to use it up.
And I will say, if you've been to Revel and you love the salad, this is it. I was worried.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's he not going to tell us here? What's he not going to tell? But this is it. This is it right here.
Yep. So fun fact, Joe's actually coached my kid,
Sal.
Sal,
And Sal's a great guy.
and they just won the Blue Note Cup. So
Congrats to Sal.
he said, hey, if you're going to see Coach Joe, I want him to eat some kale salad out of the cup.
Oh, okay. I see
Joe.
how it's going to be.
Gets his celebration here. This is Sal's day. He's got the cup for 2 days. All the boys get it.
And he let us use it for today.
He let us
so
use
Coach
it.
Joey can eat a kale
Coach
salad.
Joey can eat a kale salad
My goodness.
out of the cup.
I've always liked that, Sal. Well, Simon, can't thank you enough.
Thank you for
I
having
appreciate our good friends at Schnucks, and of course, First Alert 4 for their awesome studio to do this, and cheers to Sal.
Cheers.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.